If you're just starting out in your self-sufficiency journey and you don't know where to start, I'm going to talk to you about it. First things first, it is not an all or nothing mentality, okay? You got to get that out of your head right now. If you're new to your self-sufficiency journey, I'm going to talk to you about from one realistic self-sufficient queen to another, talking to you. Here's some things you got to know. I'm going to show you a very realistic grocery haul for somebody that makes most of the stuff that they eat at home. I try to buy as little processed food as possible, aside from the things my husband still hasn't gotten out of his head that he can't live without, but we're working on it. We've chipped away so many since I got a hold of him, so I'm just saying. I started my self-sufficiency journey back in 2020, like I'm sure most of us did, due to that. Ready? Let's go. Okay, eggs. I would love to have chickens, but we rent, and in our neighborhood, you can't have them. I buy a lot of stuff that was either made or processed in Washington or Oregon. So if you cannot always buy organic, try to do local. This, I'm sure there's antibiotics in this. Actually, I'm certain, but I don't have access to clean meat chickens. So this is the best I can do. The best I can do is buy this. This rotisserie chicken will make a couple meals for me and my husband for the week. And then I will at least get 5 to 7 quarts of chicken broth out of this. We buy a lot of produce. We buy a lot of dairy, and a lot of meat, and then a lot of pantry shelf items. I do not buy canned food anymore. I actually love walking through the grocery store aisles and going, I don't have to buy that anymore. I don't have to buy that anymore. It's so liberating. I walked through the entire giant entrance of Winco, and every little thing that I saw, I can make it home, and so can you. All it takes is a little bit of dedication and commitment to yourself and your family. And if you want to do it, you can absolutely do it. So bananas, you eat these, you can make these into dehydrated dog treats. I always get a 10-pound bag of potatoes. They're $2 at the Winco by my house. Just can some up. Or you can make a big batch of mashed potatoes and you can freeze them individually in freezer bags. I do that as well. Okay. Always with the apples, always with the apples. It says Washington right here. In the summertime, when fruit season is high in swing here in Washington state, I buy in bulk a lot of fruit, and I either can it or I preserve it however I can. This was a steal. Another thing about being self-sufficient is if you see something on sale that's either you can preserve or that is dry pantry stable, you need to always have room in your budget to go ahead and get a couple extras. This brand of flour, I've used this brand of flour, but it's kind of an expensive brand of flour. Bob's Red Mill, they were all $2. 5-pound bag, $2. I don't know why. So I bought 3 bags. I definitely wish I would have got more, but again, I'm not super rich. Another thing I always get is we eat a lot of yogurt. This brand Zoe is the best brand of yogurt, first off. Second off, it's created in the Pacific Northwest. And another great thing about living up here is the Dairy Gold factories up here. So Dairy Gold milk, this expires at the end of January. I was just out of chocolate chips, so I got some more. Talking about deals. Thanksgiving is now over. Christmas will be over soon. Cranberries are starting to go down in price. I make cranberry juice, like I'm sure lots of us do. I can it up to drink throughout the year. They were all $1 each. They can be cheaper, of course, but they were like $4 each a couple weeks ago. So I got 5 bags, not a lot, but just enough. I have a bunch on my shelf, but just enough to make some more. Obviously, something like pineapples, they do not grow here in the Pacific Northwest, okay? So these are gonna be imported wherever I buy them from. So I got 3 pineapples because I just used my last pint of diced pineapples. We use those for pizza. We use those for like teriyaki steak meals. We use them just to snack on. So when you're running out of something or you're about to run out of it, buy some more. 3 pineapples will make me probably 8 or 9 pints. I just got a big bag of mozzarella cheese. Would prefer to buy a big block. Not Winco brand, but I can't afford to do that all the time. So again, you just do what you can. I actually just had a recall because of some metal in some cheese in Washington, which is concerning. That's concerning, okay? Lemons, always have citrus on hand. If butter is on sale, buy it. If it's not on sale, buy it. Butter is the best thing to always have in your home because especially if you cook from scratch a lot, you go through butter quite often. I used to only buy the vegetable oil sticks and think that was butter. Like, it's just making little tweaks, one at a time. Always read the ingredient labels as well, okay? We hope that they're not lying to us. I don't know. I don't trust anything that the government or big corporations do, unfortunately, but I read the ingredient labels on this sweetened condensed milk and then the name brand one, where they were manufactured, both in the US, both same ingredients, so I opted for the cheaper version. We make our own coffee creamer with this. I make like a batch to have in the fridge every week. And then the 2 things that I feel hurt me the most is I really wish I could buy meat from a local farm. I cannot afford to do half a cow to a quarter of a pig. This is what I can afford. So I got 2 big things of chicken breast and some ground beef in a tube. The only thing my husband hunts is deer and birds. So this is my grocery haul. Probably chaotic, yes. If you want to be self-sufficient, you can absolutely do it. Start with little things. If you want to learn how to can, if you want to learn how to make bread, you can make so many things that you buy at the grocery store at home. They're going to be better for you. There's not going to be foreign ingredients that you don't know what it is. Like, that's the scary part to me, is I don't know what they're putting in our food, and all of these new laws about forever chemicals. It's scary stuff, okay? There are so many people on the internet that are living this way, people that are regular people that have regular jobs. Like, I am not rich. I rent my home. I do what I can, and you can too. You just need a little bit of courage, a little bit of discipline, and lots of help. And the help is here. We're here. I learn from people on the internet. Now you can too, okay? Love you. Bye.